Okay, guys, I finally got a dedicated GPS for the T7, the Tenere 700. So I'll give you my 2 cents on why I chose the XT2. I'm just lighting it up for you to show how beautiful it looks. I'm pretty thrilled with it, but I wasn't in the beginning. I almost sent it back, and I'll just tell you why, first of all, that I chose the XT2 over, like, say, the XT or Montana or anything else. I didn't really want to bite the bullet and have a GPS, but I felt for safety purposes, I've always relied on my phone. I'm like, if I get lost, I'll just pull it out. Well, and I want to do more, deep exploration. And in Moab, you can lose cell coverage and get yourself in trouble. Like, say you have an injury or a flat tire, you kind of really need this kind of backup. And then recently in Tennessee, I ran into the same problem where I got zero cell coverage down in a valley. I'm by myself in the middle of this mountain range. I didn't know how deep I was or fast I'd get out, etc., etc. So I bit the bullet. $610 later plus tax, I got this thing. I looked at the XT. My buddy's got the XT. He said, "Yeah, just get that." And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Well, this thing's newer. It's a little bigger screen. It might have a little higher speed. I'm not a patient guy." And apparently you can do on board, on screen visual route planning, which I think was the real selling feature for me, because I didn't want to go back and forth between my cell phone using that app that they give you. I forget what it's called, Legend or something like that. And I did download all that. And then I like things simple, fast, and like my car GPS over the last 15 years, I'm just gonna hopefully rely on this as kind of my emergency backup. Yeah, I'll do some route planning, but it's really about safety when I lose cell coverage, and a nice screen to maybe keep some data, miles, gas, etc. So I'll play with a little bit of that. I'm not a huge, electronic wizard kind of guy that wants to spend all of my time digging in and downloading and exploring every aspect of every electronic thing. So I like to ride more. And my buddies in the past, when we were out in Moab, I felt like all they did was stop every half mile to look at their phones or GPSs and plan the route. I like to get in the rhythm of the ride, forget about the GPS, and just ride what's in front of you and enjoy with your eyes up and see that panoramic view and just suck it all in. And then, have the GPS as backup when you're tired and you want to go home and find the fastest route. That's kind of more my theory. Anyway, it's just personal preference. I'm sure everybody's different, and that's fine. But let me give you some heads up with the XT2 or maybe even the XT that I did not know. When I got it, this was frustrating. It came dead on arrival. Battery was dead, and it had a sticker on it that's right across the face of it that said this product is ready to use. So it was a little contradictory. I called Garmin and said, "What's wrong with this thing?" And she said, because I had it plugged in and tried to charge it, it would not come on, just kept flashing and going off. And okay, tip for you: the thing will not charge unless you leave the power on if you're wall charging it. So that's something I did not expect. Like, my phone will charge either way, just like your phone. This one will not. It has to be on to charge with the wall plug. Then again, she said, "I didn't know I was having to hardwire this thing into the bike. I literally thought I was going to use a nice little short power cord that I saw in the picture and run it to my SIG app, end of story, move it from bike to bike easily. I wanted to put it on my X Trainer 300, Cross Trainer 300, and move it around easily." Well, these hard mounts, yeah, I got to buy multiple mounts. It's not going to be super simple to set up, and apparently it's going to be better if I hardwire everything. So that being said, it was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. I literally thought I would, stick it and run with it. But let me just give you another little heads up. It said it came with a mount, but then the picture of the mount showed you just this simple plastic plate. It did not show you a picture of this entire mount, which actually is pretty decent, but I didn't even know it came with this. It's a fairly beefy little mount. This was screwed onto the back of that wire thing, and then it came with this and then all this hardware. So that is in the package. At least it was in my $609 package that I'll put a link down below to. And it's quite substantial. It probably will work for a lot of people. It didn't work for me because I really wanted it up there on that little bar, and I'll go into detail about that in another video shortly, because I'm really thrilled with the way it's mounted and how secure it is and its position. I didn't think the XT2 was going to fit up there because of the conflict of its size with this existing screen. Luckily, it doesn't block anything, and it does just fit over it with the spacers that other mount came with, which I'll do in the next video. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys the quick 2 cents of my reasoning behind the XT2 or any GPS. I like the phone. I like this cost of just using my phone in my pocket, but I wanted some extra backup again. And I just wanted it to be plug and play, simple, and not have to spend my life downloading this and that and so forth. I hope that helps you guys in making a decision. And, you know, it's not cheap. Like I said, I had a lead on a used one. It didn't work out, but so I got impatient and wanted this for my next trip. So again, hope that helps. Appreciate any likes and subscribes, and I will talk to you guys in the very short future here. Talk to you later.